Imagine the vibrant chaos of Rome's Forum Boarium, where the Tiber glitters under a warm sun. The air buzzes with voices, merchants calling, oxen rumbling, coins clinking. At the heart of this market stands a wooden platform, and on it, a boy, barely 12, his dark curls catching the light. A sign around his neck tells of his Syrian origins, his skills in serving. To the Romans circling below, he is property, no different from the cattle nearby. His heart races, but he stands still, trained to be silent. The poet Juvenal once mocked that such a boy could cost more than a farm, a sharp jab at Rome's excesses. As bids rise, the boy's fate is sealed, a quiet thread in the empire's vast tapestry. Picture his gaze, holding dreams he cannot voice, as the market hums around him. Step into a grand Roman villa, where marble shines and frescoes dance with stories of heroes. In the sunlit atrium, a young boy, chosen for his grace, holds a silver jug, his hand steady but his heart unsteady. An overseer watches, sharp-eyed, barking orders to perfect his movements. Be elegant, he commands, be invisible. This boy, a delicatus, is trained to serve wine, to glide through rooms, to be a shadow of refinement. Around him, other slaves work in silence, their lives bound by the villa's walls. The air is heavy with the scent of flowers, but heavier still with control. Imagine the boy's quiet effort, learning to please in a world where every step is watched, every mistake costly. In Rome's splendor, he is both ornament and prisoner. Enter the imperial palace on the Palatine Hill, where power hums like a distant storm. Golden walls gleam under oil lamps, and the scent of myrrh lingers. A young eunuch stands near the throne, his fan held steady, his face a mask of calm. He is a spado, altered to serve, his life shaped by the empire's need for absolute loyalty. The emperor, cloaked in purple, speaks in low tones, plotting Rome's future. The eunuch hears but never speaks, his presence a silent symbol of control. Though Roman law forbids castration, the elite bend rules in these marble halls, using it to ensure obedience. Outside, Rome sparkles under twilight, a city of glory and secrets. Imagine this boy's world, surrounded by wealth, yet stripped of self, a shadow in the heart of power. Drift into Emperor Nero's banquet hall, where the air is thick with wine and extravagance. Tables overflow with roasted birds and sweet fruits, and laughter rings off gilded walls. At the center, Nero reclines, his voice loud with drama, gesturing to a boy beside him. This is Sporus, draped in women's garments, jewels glinting at his throat. Nero calls him Sabina, a cruel echo of a lost wife, and the courtiers cheer. Sporus stands still, his face a mask, but his eyes betray a quiet sorrow. He is a prop in Nero's grand theater, reshaped to reflect the emperor's whims. The lyres play on, and shadows dance, hiding the truth of his life. Imagine Sporus, caught in this golden cage, admired yet unseen, his heart a silent witness to Rome's excess. Now, slip into a shadowed corridor, far from the villa's glittering halls. A single torch flickers, casting light on cold stone. A boy sits alone, his fine tunic torn, his body marked by the weight of his role. He is a pure delicatus, trained to charm, to serve, to dance. But here, he is simply weary. Distant laughter from a feast reminds him of the world where he must smile. Yet in this moment, his hollow eyes tell of hidden bruises, of a life without choice. The chain nearby, though unlocked, binds him still. Rome's grandeur rests on his silent suffering, his grace a mask for pain. Picture his quiet strength, carrying an empire's desires in the shadows of its splendor. Travel back to Athens, the heart of Greece, where the agora pulses with life. Under the shadow of the Acropolis, a wooden platform stands, and on it, a Thracian boy, his chiton plain but his face striking. He is a prize of war or piracy, now offered to Athenian buyers. Unlike Rome's vast markets, Athens trades fewer slaves, but the scene is no less harsh. Men in flowing himation eye him, judging his strength or grace for their households. In Greece, such boys might serve as laborers or companions, but their lives are no freer than in Rome. The air carries the scent of olives and dust, and the boy's gaze holds a flicker of hope, quickly dimmed. Imagine his heart, caught in Athens' brilliance, where freedom is praised but not for him, a silent figure in a city of philosophers. Now, step into an Athenian household, simpler than Rome's grand villas. In a quiet courtyard, a boy pours water for his master, who reads a scroll under a plain column. This is no imperial palace, but the boy's life is just as bound. In Greece, young slaves like him serve in homes, fields, or even as tutors' aides, valued for utility over spectacle. Unlike Rome's delicati, with their costly tunics and theatrical roles, this boy's world is humbler, his duties practical. Yet, like his Roman counterparts, he has no voice, no freedom. Athens speaks of democracy, but not for him. Across the centuries, Rome's excesses, boys like Sporus, reshaped for emperors, cast a darker shadow than Greece's restraint. Both empires built their glory on silent lives. As you drift to sleep, picture this boy, serving in the shadow of the Acropolis, his story a whisper of history's cost. Good night.